At 13, he started cutting grass. Now he makes $100,000 a year. 5-minute business story script. At just 13 years old, Ethan was an ordinary boy living in a small town in America. While most kids spent their weekends playing video games, Ethan had a different dream. He wanted to earn his own money and help his family. One summer, Ethan noticed that many people in his neighborhood had large lawns. Some were too busy to cut their grass, while others simply didn't enjoy doing it. That's when Ethan got an idea. He asked his parents if he could borrow their old lawnmower. At first, they weren't sure, but after seeing how serious he was, they agreed. The next morning, Ethan printed a few simple flyers and walked around his neighborhood. The flyer said, "Lawn mowing service. Fast, affordable, and reliable." He knocked on dozens of doors. Most people said no, some didn't answer. A few people told him he was too young. By the end of the day, Ethan had not earned a single dollar. He felt disappointed, but he refused to quit. The next weekend, he tried again. This time, one elderly neighbor agreed to give him a chance. Ethan worked hard for nearly 2 hours under the hot sun. When he finished, the lawn looked perfect. The neighbor was impressed and paid him $25. It wasn't much money, but to Ethan, it felt like a fortune. More importantly, he had his first customer. A few days later, that customer recommended Ethan to 2 friends. Soon he had 3 customers, then 5, then 10. Every weekend, Ethan spent his time mowing lawns instead of playing games. He saved every dollar he earned. Within a few months, he had saved enough money to buy a better lawnmower. His work became faster and more professional. As his reputation grew, more people started calling him. Soon, Ethan was fully booked every weekend. At 14 years old, he was earning hundreds of dollars every month. Most teenagers would have spent the money on new clothes or expensive gadgets. But Ethan had a different plan. He reinvested his money into the business. He bought better tools, equipment, and safety gear. By the time he turned 15, Ethan had so many customers that he couldn't handle all the work alone. That's when he hired 2 of his friends. Now, instead of mowing every lawn himself, Ethan managed the schedule and helped his team complete jobs. The business continued to grow. Customers loved his reliability and professionalism. Many people preferred hiring Ethan's team over larger companies because they were affordable and did excellent work. As the years passed, Ethan expanded his services. He started offering garden cleaning, hedge trimming, and yard maintenance. His small lawn mowing business had become a full landscaping company. By the age of 18, Ethan's company was earning over $100,000 per year. The same boy who once walked door to door asking for a chance had built a successful business from almost nothing. People often asked him what the secret to his success was. Ethan always smiled and said, "Success didn't come from luck. It came from showing up every day, working hard, and never giving up when things got difficult." His story teaches us an important lesson. You don't need a lot of money to start a business. You don't need rich parents. You don't need perfect conditions. Sometimes all you need is one simple idea, the courage to start, and the determination to keep going. Because every big success story begins with one small step. And who knows? The next success story could be yours.